Picture this: a bombshell claim that could shatter the peace between love, fame, and loyalty. Whispers are spreading fast that Hailey Bieber is threatening to release private videos of Justin Bieber with Selena Gomez. For years, fans have watched this tangled triangle, but this claim is like pouring gasoline on a fire that never really burned out. If true, it could turn Justin's past into his present, drag Selena into a storm she didn't ask for, and flip Hailey's carefully crafted image upside down. What's really happening, and why is the internet going wild over it? It all started when eagle-eyed fans noticed Hailey's activity online. Screenshots popped up suggesting she had liked a TikTok video that mocked Selena Gomez and her fiancé, Benny Blanco. The moment those images hit fan pages, chaos broke out. Within hours, Hailey's team came forward saying the whole thing was fabricated. Nothing but lies. But by then, the damage was done. The claim had already traveled across social platforms, with fans convinced Hailey was throwing shade at Selena again. The whispers didn't stop there. Soon after, new claims emerged saying Hailey had private videos of Justin and Selena from years back, and that she was ready to use them if pushed too far. Now think about the magnitude of such a threat. These aren't just random clips. They would show intimate moments from one of the most talked about young love stories in pop culture. Justin and Selena's relationship was already dissected by millions, but video proof would immortalize it forever. It wouldn't matter that they've both moved on. Images like that don't fade. They get replayed, rehashed, and relived endlessly. For Justin, who has spent years trying to protect his marriage and reinvent his life, this would be devastating. For Hailey, the move could backfire and brand her as someone willing to cross dangerous lines. And Selena, who has fought hard to heal and distance herself from the drama, would be pulled back into a spotlight she clearly doesn't want. The internet has split into camps. Some say this is nothing but a strategic stunt to grab attention. They argue that controversies like this fuel headlines, bring in views, and keep people talking about celebrities who might otherwise fade from the cycle. Others are convinced it's personal. They point to Hailey's history of being accused of copying Selena's style, following her trends, and even engaging with posts about her. In their eyes, this isn't a coincidence. It's proof that Hailey has never let go of the past and is still competing with Selena, even years later. And then there's a quieter group of fans begging everyone to stop. They argue that dragging Selena back into this constant cycle of comparison is cruel, and that Hailey should be left alone too. But the truth is, the feud between their fan bases is so ingrained that every new claim feels like adding fuel to a never-ending war. Let's pause and think about the real-world impact. If such videos were ever released, Justin's reputation could crumble overnight. He's one of the biggest stars of this generation. But scandals of this nature don't just fade away. They stay tied to your name forever. His fans might forgive him, but brands, sponsors, and business partners often don't. Hailey, who has built a successful brand around beauty and lifestyle, could also face massive backlash. Releasing or even threatening to release private videos is seen as crossing an unforgivable line, one that could damage her credibility beyond repair. And Selena, despite being the victim in this scenario, could face unwanted scrutiny, her private moments dissected and replayed across the globe. It's a lose-lose situation for everyone. Fans haven't held back their thoughts. Comments are everywhere. If Hailey really has those videos, she's done. No brand will work with her. Another wrote, "This is messy. Selena deserves better than being dragged back into Justin's marriage problems." Some are harsher. Justin should have seen this coming. He chose chaos. And then there are those who doubt any of this is real, suggesting it's just another rumor blown out of proportion. But even if it's not true, the fact that people believe it shows how fragile these celebrities' reputations really are. The legal angle makes things even spicier. If such private content exists, it's protected. Sharing it without consent could lead to lawsuits, restraining orders, or even criminal charges. That's not just drama, it's serious business. So if Hailey really is making threats, she could be risking not only her career but also her freedom. Justin's team would have every reason to protect him, and Selena's camp would fight back hard to shield her from another round of humiliation. Meanwhile, the media has jumped in with full force. Every gossip page, fan account, and entertainment site is covering it from every angle. Memes are already circulating, think pieces are popping up, and videos dissecting every detail are trending. It's media overload, and no one involved can escape it. Whether true or not, the narrative has already taken on a life of its own. And that might be the most dangerous part. Sometimes perception becomes reality, no matter what the facts are. The tension is building, and the spotlight is only getting harsher. Behind closed doors, there are whispers about how Justin is handling all of this. He has been trying to keep his personal life as private as possible, focusing on his marriage and his health. But scandals like this are impossible to ignore. If Hailey really is sitting on old videos, the trust inside their marriage would instantly come into question. Fans are already asking, why would she even have something like that in her possession? Was it saved as leverage? Was it obsession? Or is it simply a dangerous rumor that spiraled out of control? Those questions are the kind that can shake even the strongest bonds. For Justin, it would mean living with the thought that something so private, so personal, could be weaponized at any moment. That isn't just stressful. It's exhausting. He's been open in the past about how fame has affected his mental health, and something like this could easily drag him back into a dark. If you think about it, this isn't just gossip. It's an attack on his past, his present, and the fragile balance he's tried so hard to keep. For Hailey, the stakes are sky high. She's not just Justin's wife. She's a businesswoman, the face of campaigns, and the owner of Rhode, a beauty brand that thrives on positive public perception. If people start to believe she's capable of this kind of threat, it could poison everything she's worked for. Brands don't like being connected to controversy, and fans who feel betrayed rarely forgive. What's worse is that this isn't just any controversy. It's about privacy, intimacy, and betrayal, subjects that hit hard with the public. Fans will overlook many mistakes, but targeting another woman with something so personal, that's a reputation killer. And then there's Selena, once again forced into the center of drama she never asked for. She has been open about her struggles with anxiety and her attempts to distance herself from toxic narratives. This situation could undo years of progress. Every time she tries to move forward, the internet drags her back into Justin's shadow. If these videos are real, her right to privacy would be violated in a way that's not just cruel, but also humiliating. Even if they never surface, the mere suggestion that they exist is enough to reopen old wounds. For her fans, this is heartbreaking to watch, and it strengthens their anger toward Hailey. What makes the entire situation even more explosive is the reaction from fan communities. It's not just online comments anymore, it's full-blown investigations. People are combing through old posts, analyzing body language in interviews, dissecting every detail of Hailey's and Justin's interactions, and comparing them to Selena's. Threads on Reddit, TikTok explainers, and endless Twitter posts are fueling theories that this drama is bigger than anyone realizes. In many ways, the fans are the ones driving the narrative now, and neither Hailey, Justin, nor Selena can control it. There's also the looming possibility of legal fallout. If Hailey really has made threats, Selena's team wouldn't hesitate to take action. Justin's legal advisors would have to get involved too, because his name is directly tied to this. Lawsuits, cease and desist letters, restraining orders, those aren't just possibilities. They're likely outcomes if this story escalates any further. Once lawyers get involved, the truth tends to come out, and that could either expose Hailey or prove the entire thing was fabricated. Either way, the results would be explosive. Now imagine the PR chaos behind the scenes. Crisis management teams are probably already drafting statements, deciding what should be denied, what should be ignored, and how to spin the story before it spins out of control. Justin's camp might push for silence to let the storm pass, while Hailey's team could be debating whether to double down on denials or take a more aggressive stance. And Selena's advisors are likely urging her to say nothing at all, to avoid giving the rumor more oxygen. Every move is being calculated, every silence is being analyzed, and every word will be judged by millions. As this plays out, the media is having a field day. Outlets know that the Bieber-Gomez-Hailey triangle is one of the most profitable storylines in entertainment. It guarantees clicks, headlines, and endless speculation. Whether this story is completely true or not, the fact that it exists is enough to keep the cycle alive. And until one of the main players breaks the silence, it will only grow bigger. So where does this leave us? Right now, we're standing at the edge of a cliff. If Hailey really makes good on this threat, the fallout could redefine her marriage, Justin's career, and Selena's peace of mind. If it's exposed as a lie, it still leaves a stain that won't wash away easily. Either way, the world is watching, and every fan knows that one wrong move could turn this from a rumor into a headline that no one can escape. At the end of the day, fame is fragile, privacy is rare, and in this story, trust is the most valuable currency. Justin, Hailey, and Selena are all tied together by a past that refuses to stay buried. Whether these videos exist or not, the drama proves one thing: nothing stays hidden forever. And when secrets are dangled in front of millions, the fallout is always brutal.